The sun is up, the drinks are hot, and now it's time for our first cup. Today, Proxy. Well, look at that. We've made it. A full semicircle. 2 videos ago, we were 2 odd miles west of here, down near Shoreline Village. 1 video ago, we came about halfway there in Bixby Park, and now, here we are, Veterans Pier, looking back towards where we began. God, it's gorgeous. Now, there's a lot more going on just to the south of the view of the camera. It's where the shoreline is, but there's a lot of people there. I don't have enough waivers for all of them, so I guess you're just going to have to suffer by looking at the ocean, oil derricks, and the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach beyond. I'm not sure. Maybe you can even see the Queen Mary. But I'm not here just to talk about the view and the beauty. I'm here to reflect on a few things that have kind of become very apparent to me since the beginning of the end of COVID. Gotta love a good Bluetooth speaker, huh? But I was saying, here to kind of reflect on a few things that have really been in my mind since COVID started moving from pandemic to endemic. You know, I've studied human behavior, actions, beliefs, cognitions, feelings for most of my adult life. And one thing that I know is that automaticity is incredibly powerful in guiding us in our day-to-day. The kind of patterns that we learn, the ideas that we have, the way in which we perceive things often comes down to a set of defaults existing in our head that we're not always aware of. In fact, 99% of the time we're not aware of them. Take YouTube, for example. Right? As of this filming, First Cup is only on YouTube right now. And that's a platform that most people have and they use in a very automatic way. They open it up, they look at what's in their subscriptions, they click, they watch, or they put it on in the background and they just kind of go. It's just there, right? And while everyone might use it differently a little bit in terms of who they're subscribed to or whether they watch more shorts or reels or whatever the hell they're called on this platform instead of videos, everyone gets to a very automatic way of engaging. And to be honest, it's actually no different on the creator side either. Something that I've been immersed in for the past 30 odd weeks is uploading videos, and every time I upload something, every time there's always a suggestion from YouTube about, use this kind of thumbnail and you'll reach more people. Use this kind of headline, you'll reach more people. Use these kinds of trending topics and you'll reach more people. And in the beginning, I'll admit, I just kind of automatically went along with it. But then I remembered something. And that something was that I don't want to just create content automatically. I don't just want to churn stuff out that's convenient for an algorithm. I want to put stuff out that I want to put out. I don't want a quantity strategy. I want a quality strategy. And I can guarantee that if you're almost 5 minutes into this video and you're still here, you want this. That makes me happy. Not just because I like making content that people like, but because it shows that I'm doing what I set out to do. I'm reaching quality. And quality often isn't automatic. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Quality isn't automatic. A lot of times, when it comes to consuming, when it comes to thinking about what we're watching, or listening to, or whether it's politics or pundits or entertainment or just mindless fun, quality doesn't come from automaticity. Because I guarantee you, like, if you find something that really, really satiates you on some level, if it really sings to part of your soul on some level, it's going to snap you out of being automatic. It's going to snap you out of having YouTube in the background. It's going to snap you out of just kind of mindlessly scrolling. It'll make you sit up, right? Or it'll make you pay attention in a different way. It'll make you lock in on something, whether it's a deep baritone voice or an idea that you've never seen before, or just a view that you don't get often. I guess what I'm trying to say is that automaticity is everywhere, and let's be real, it's also necessary. But it's a thief in a way. When everything's automatic, you just kind of run towards whatever's there. Don't even run, maybe. Maybe the better metaphor is that you just kind of amble towards what's there. Wander. And that's not how we should live our entire life. Still can't get over how beautiful this is. I guess there's one other point that I want to make about automaticity as well. It's something else that I've fallen victim to, so I share this in hopes that you won't necessarily fall into the same trap. I watch YouTube just like everyone else. In fact, it's way too high in my screen time stats. To be clear. It can be a useful resource, but it can also be a time suck in ways that, I don't like. But when you're moving from being a consumer to a creative, or to someone who's just experimenting, much like I am, it can be really easy for your consumptive habits to kind of shape what you think is possible when you start creating. And if there's anything that you take away from this moment, I want you to know that you should really run away from that feeling, from that sentiment. Don't be cowed into creating what you see. Don't be cowed into creating what this very helpful assistant that you see every week pops up and tells you about your thumbnails or your headlines or anything else. Just create. Because automaticity isn't only a thief of our time and of quality, but it's also a thief of creativity. It can limit us in ways that we don't always consciously understand or apprehend, and it can limit us in ways that really neuter the power that we have, at least to explore ourselves, if not to express ourselves. Guess what I'm trying to say is that automaticity is necessary in life, yes, but that doesn't mean that it should be directive in life. It doesn't mean that it should be a proxy for what we think is possible. Now please remember that no matter what you've heard or what I've said, death comes for us all, and a closed mouth never gets fed. Take care. I'll see you soon.